Hi, third graders. Today in reading, we are going to be comparing and contrasting information from Deep Down and our text collection from the story about city homes. So we're going to start out just by comparing two specific cities. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is Yazd, Iran. So I'm going to go ahead and reread this information to you about Yazd, Iran. In very hot places, people tried to keep their city homes cool. In some cities, buildings have wind catchers on top. These wind catchers are like wide chimneys facing toward the wind. They trap the wind, and the air goes into the rooms below. So remember, here's the picture of the wind catcher where it traps the wind, and these poles can help position the air to go down and keep them cool and to get the hot air out of their house. Okay, so what way do people in Yazd, Iran have to keep cool? Okay, next, I'm going to go ahead and reread some information about the Afar people surviving in one of the Earth's hottest spots. In the middle of the Great Rift Valley in Ethiopia is the Danakil Depression. This region looks like a different planet. It is one of the hottest spots on Earth. It is heated from above by the sun and from below by lava flows. You would think that nobody could live there, but it is home to the Afar. The Afar are nomadic people who come to the Danakil Depression every day to mine salt. Fire winds blow through the Danakil Depression. They are said to feel like a tornado in an oven. So it has daily temperatures of more than 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The altitude is 300 feet below sea level. It gets less than 7 inches of rain a year. And this closest city is 60 miles away. 10,000 years ago, the Danakil Depression was part of the Red Sea. The waters have evaporated and left behind salt flats. To the Afar, this salt is like gold. Until recently, blocks of salt called amole were used as money in Ethiopia. Today, northern Afar people still earn money from selling salt. Okay, every day, Afar miners come to the salt flats with around 2,000 camels and 1,000 donkeys. They transport amole into the cities. The salt blocks are cut by hand. Everybody in the community takes part. The walk from town to the salt flats and back can take 6 days. Okay, the weight of 1 ton of one salt block is about 9 pounds. The number of blocks per camel is 30, and the distance traveled per day is 15.5 miles. What is life like in an RE? The Afar cross the Danakil Depression to mine salt. They sell it in the cities. The Afar can do this because they bring their homes with them. They pack their houses called aris onto the back of their camels. They usually put up their aris around wells. The aris are round like igloos and are made from light palm matting. They provide welcome shade in which to cook, eat, and sleep. In addition to mining salt, most Afar herd sheep, goats, cattle, and camels. They usually eat meat with thick wheat pancakes. They drink milk, and they say welcome to their guests by giving them a drink of milk. Okay. So, what are two major differences between Yazd, Iran, and the people that live in the Danakil Depression? What challenges do the desert communities have in common? Okay. We are also going to be comparing and contrasting the main ideas. So go ahead and get your worksheet that looks like this, where it says compare and contrast city homes and deep down in other extreme places to live. Okay, and we're going to be talking about the main idea. So the main idea is the most important thing that the author wants you to learn. So which of these do you think is the main idea for city homes? Okay, so hopefully you picked that the main idea for city homes is people around the world live in cities. Okay. Which of these do you think is the main idea for deep down and other extreme places to live? Okay. Hopefully you picked that the main idea is people around the world live in extreme places. Okay, so these are both the main idea. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and draw a line underneath of this, and I'm going to list some reasons you're going to list some reasons for how you know that to prove it. So by listing reasons that you could use to prove that the main idea is people around the world live in cities, I want you to list 2 different cities that it talks about in city homes. So you can look through your book and come up with 2 cities that it talks about in city homes. And then list 2 different places that are extreme, that are talked about in extreme places. So make sure that you fill in both of these with 2 different examples to prove that that is the main idea for both of those. Okay, that is the end of reading for today. Okay, we're going to turn in this whole packet together when you come back to school on Tuesday. Okay, let me know if you need any help.